Guys, welcome back here to Advanced Bass Fishing, and appreciate you guys coming by the channel for today's episode. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite hot water plastic worms for the month of August and September, and that's this Zoom Z-Craw worm, guys. This thing is super unique. It's got the Z-Craw flapping legs on the back of it with a straight-tailed worm. Guys, bass love this thing in the summertime of the year, and I'm going to give you guys some tips and advice on how I modify it and the conditions it works good here in today's video. Because when you get that right set of situations, there's not another worm that they'll bite better than this thing. So we're going to dig into that today. And also, guys, I will put my Zoom Z-Craw worm link and my Tackle Warehouse link in this video description. If you guys would like to order a few packs of the Z-Craw worm. They come in a bunch of different colors. We'll talk a little bit about the colors here in today's video. We'll get into that. And also, guys, one quick reminder here, as far as throwing this thing, guys, you guys have heard me talking about it, but if you guys are looking for a really nice bait cast reel, guys, check out this Cast King ALTI bait cast reel. Guys, this thing is next to impossible to backlash because of the Halo Vortex braking system on it. 11 ball bearings, built for stout, super smooth, guys. You'll really like this reel. It comes at a really good price. I'll link it in my I'll link it in the Cast King link in this video description. And if you use the promo code Randy10, you get an additional discount on the reel, so appreciate that. Okay, if you've never seen it before, guys, here it is. This is the Z-Craw worm from Zoom. It's a straight-tailed worm. It's sort of like a little bit fatter than the Zoom trick worm, and it's got the Z-Craw tail on it. And the first time that I used this thing, I had got some, we had a Bassmaster Open down at the Arkansas River down there by Muskogee, Oklahoma about 5 years ago. And I had just got those things, and I got into one creek over there, and it was a lot of lay down trees and some grass here and there. And I wasn't getting too many bites. I was slipping like a creature bait, and I was slipping a tube. And I had a package of green pumpkin of the Z-Craw worms I had, and I put that thing on. And when I first put it on, it looked a little big in the water. It looked like just a little bit too much for that shallow cover. So I took it and I pinched it off right at the egg sac, just like this, where it's about, a 5-inch worm. And I put that thing on. Let me show you here. And guys, once I cut this sucker down to 5 inches and put it on a Texas rig, they freaking ate that thing up there. And I wound up finishing 11th in the tournament. I almost made the top 10. I just missed making the top 10 by like 2 ounces. But guys, that was the setup that I used right here in that deal. Just a little cut down Z-Craw worm, like a 5-inch bit down model. And this is how I like to fish it, guys. When you're talking about fishing it in the summertime, there's 2 different scenarios that this thing will work. If you're fishing deeper structure, say for example, you're casting it on ledges and drop-offs, that type of a thing, deeper brush piles, 10 to 25 foot of water, use the whole worm. They like the bigger whole worm. But if you are fishing it just around, shallow cover, which is my favorite way to fish it, again, just bite it off at the egg sac there. When you put it on, make sure that your hook goes in line with the craws being flat. You don't want to, in other words, you don't want to put your hook where it's coming out the same way like this. You want to put it where it's flat like that. You'll get better action. And then I usually use this as a 3/0 Gamakatsu straight shank hybrid worm hook. And for the most part, I found that like 1/4 ounce sinker works really good with it. So that's my setup, guys, right there for summertime fishing. Guys, I can promise you, if you get into a situation where you got water visibility of about 1 to 3 foot and you've got whatever shallow cover, it could be a lily pad field, it could be some grass, it could be boat docks, stumps, lay down trees, whatever your lake has in it, guys, they will bite this thing in hot water if you got water visibility sort of in that 1 to 3 foot range. They love the thing. They love the tails on the thing, and they bite it better than anything I've ever seen with that. So a couple different things on colors here. They make a pretty good range of colors. There's really only 2 colors that I think you need. I've experimented with a lot of different colors on the thing, but in order to save you buying a bunch of ones, you can get by with green pumpkin and red bug. Green pumpkin is sort of like, if that water visibility, yeah, it's sort of like that, 2 to 3 foot range, something like that. I really like the green pumpkin. And I always put some chartreuse or orange dye on it. There's something about those flapping legs. When you do put a little accent dye on them, I get more bites than just using a straight green pumpkin. So that's sort of my water clarity window for the green pumpkin. And the red bug, under 2 foot of visibility, especially if you got about a foot of visibility. Just a straight red bug's going to be good. Another thing with it is that red bug is a really good color around any type of vegetation. I don't care if it's submergent or emergent. I've done good flipping that red bug around lily pad fields, cattails and reeds, shallow gator grass. They really like that red bug in the summertime around shallow vegetation. I've caught them on it, if you guys fish Logan Martin Lake much in Alabama, I've caught it flipping water willows there. I've caught them flipping lily pads in the Potomac River before with it. And I've caught them all through my part of the country just flipping shallow wood with it. I use 20-pound test sea garn Vizix. I got it on my flipping stick all the time, even if I'm fishing it off the deeper points. If I'm fishing it deep on the points, I'll go to 15-pound test, but 20 or 25 if I'm flipping it around shallow cover. But that's the whole thing about, flipping and pitching in shallow water. A lot of people sort of like oversimplify it, but one of the things you'll find out about flipping and pitching shallow wood cover or shallow grass cover in the summertime when those fish are shallow, like in less than 4 foot of water, they are very bait sensitive, very bait sensitive. And sometimes they want a straight-tailed worm, like a trick worm that has no action on it. And sometimes they want a ribbon-tailed worm, like the Zoom Old Monster. And sometimes they like that Z-Craw worm that's got the double flapping legs on it. You just sort of have to experiment a little bit with it. And there's not any really rhyme or reason, but I can tell you that I've narrowed it down to just what I just talked about there, guys. 1 to 3 foot of water visibility, shallow cover in the water, or deeper off those points there, and you'll get you some bites in there. If you're fishing it off the deeper points, I put a 5/16 ounce sinker, and like I said, the 1/4 ounce has been my go-to in the shallow cover. If you put it on like a 3/16, the legs will slow it down a little bit, so it's a little bit too slow of a fall, and a 5/16 is a little bit too fast. I found that 1/4 ounce is just the perfect sweet spot for that bait. So anyway, guys, I'll have it in my tackle warehouse link, the Zoom Zcraw worm link. Get you a few packs of them. I just get a couple packs of green pumpkin, a couple packs of red bug. I've caught them on June bug too. I mean, it's not to say that's the only 2 colors that work. I've caught them on the 420 color that they have, but it'll definitely get you some bites. So hope it helps out.